5 years ago, I released my very first Bible review, and it was of this Bible right here, the ESV single column personal size Bible from Crossway's heirloom collection of Bibles. There's kind of a backstory behind this. I'll tell you that in a moment. But as I'm celebrating the 5th anniversary of my channel this month, I wanted to do a bunch of fun videos. And I asked my channel members and my channel subscribers what they'd like to see. And several people mentioned, hey, you should go back and rewatch some of your earliest videos. I thought that's a really great idea. So in this video, we're going to rewatch my very first review to kind of see how far I've come and how things have changed over the years. And there's actually some things that are fairly the same still 5 years later. But take you back 5 years ago. So COVID had just ramped up just a few weeks before this. I was finishing up seminary. My mom and dad asked me if they could buy me a Bible for graduation. And so I was looking for like a really nice, expensive, premium Bible that my parents could buy me for graduating from seminary. And I had heard about the heirloom Bibles from Crossway. And I found this one, this small, personal size, single column. I was like, oh, this ticks a lot of boxes for me. So it showed up and I decided, as I was trying to figure out which Bible to ask them to get me, I had found all these Facebook groups with different people talking about Bibles. I had found a few YouTubers out there like David Lee Brown. I watched a bunch of his videos, Bo Tate, Jason Mayfield, Randy Brown. Like I had really loved their channels and the videos they were creating. And so when this showed up, I was like, you know what? I should record a video and share this with people because I had not seen anything about it online. In fact, it was slightly different than I expected. And I was like, oh, this might be helpful to people if I share about this Bible. Now, what I didn't know was that this was the first Bible from Crossway first premium Bible from Crossway after they had moved production of their premium line from Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands to China. And a lot of people were fired up about that and anxious to see how these Bibles turned out. Now, since then, they have reversed course and gone back to Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands for their heirloom Bibles. But this was the first one, so I think that's maybe one of the reasons why the video did so well. Now, I will say, as I've told this story in the past, I've said, I got more videos on that in the first day than anything else I've ever done. Well, I actually checked the analytics, and I didn't really. I mean, I think it got a couple hundred views in the first few days, but it took like over a month for it to get even 1,000 views. And now, 5 years, almost, we're closing in on 200,000 subscribers. Now I get 1,000 views usually within the first couple of hours of a video coming out. And so maybe I was a little like looking back with rose-colored glasses on how it started, but this is the very first Bible I reviewed. Fun to kind of look back. So we're going to press play. We're going to watch it together. I'm going to offer some thoughts and commentary as we go through this. Okay, here we go. Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and today we're taking a look at the ESV Heirloom single column personal size Bible from Crossway. Okay, first of all, I said hello friends. I remember thinking, how am I going to start this video? And I was like, well, I'll just start with hello friends. That was not super thought out, but here I am 5 years later still using that phrase quite a bit. That's my dining room table, and I'm recording this into an iPhone with no microphones or anything. It's just me sitting there at my dining room table. It actually looks halfway decent that I'm doing that. And I'm hesitant to say this. The other thing that I notice is that, and you may be able to tell, that I have a slightly different hairline now than I did back then. Because one of the things that happened in the first year or so of recording Bible reviews, I realized that I had thinning hair up front and a bald spot in the back. And so yes, I started taking some medication to fix that, and I've grown more hair over the last 5 years, than anything. But okay, here we go. So there's the intro, the music. I got this music. It was free music from YouTube. I'm still using this track on my videos. I got rid of this introduction because I figured you guys didn't really want to waste your time. All right, I am so excited about this Bible. I've been waiting for it for a long time. I had a friend a few years ago who had a ESV personal size single column Bible. It was not a premium heirloom Bible, but it was just, I loved it. I loved the size of it. I took pictures of it, and then okay, I have this Bible. Hold on a second. Here it is right here. I totally forgot that this was in there. So I ended up finding this Bible a few years later. My friend Caleb, hi Caleb, had this, which was the lambskin edition of, what's it called? The Personal Size Reference Bible is what it was called. And it is actually the single column PSR, personal size, the single column personal reference Bible with the inside column references. This is a very old one that they did in like a lambskin. They don't make this in the heirloom collection now, which I wish they would, but this is that Bible. I found it, I think on like a Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something a few years, maybe like a year or so after I recorded this video, and I got it. And now they make it in an updated edition, which I really love. Alan did some premium versions of it, but this is that one, the lambskin edition. I think I eventually reviewed this Bible maybe a year or so later, but this is what got me really into it at the beginning. I started searching for him, and I could never find one like his. And then about a year ago, I bought a friend of mine who was leaving the church staff. I bought him a going away gift of an heirloom study Bible from ESV. And I snuck it open before I gave it to him because I wanted to check it out. And that's a true story. My friend Brandon, hi Brandon, he got hired to be the pastor at a church, the senior pastor. And so our church that we were on staff at together said, let's get him something nice. And they said, go ahead and give him a gift. And so I knew he liked the ESV. So I went to Crossway's website and I searched Bibles, and I changed the search to most expensive. And the most expensive Bible they had was the ESV heirloom study Bible. And back then it was still made at Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands. So when this showed up, I thought I was getting a Bible like that. And it's slightly different materials and craftsmanship and things like that. So I had seen the super premium study Bible, which they actually don't make anymore, but that one was really impressive. I'd never owned a premium Bible before, and I was blown away by how nice it was. And so when I went to Crossway's website about a year ago and saw that they were releasing that Bible that I wanted, the size in the heirloom's quality, I was really excited. It was supposed to come out in September of 2019. That got bumped. I don't remember any of this. I don't remember looking for this Bible a year before I started making videos, and I don't remember the whole fall release thing. So maybe it was pre-COVID that I actually started looking for Bibles and getting excited about Bibles. I had no idea. That's wild. To March of 2020. So this is a brand new Bible. I'm so excited. Before I open it, if you're watching this and you're not really sure about premium Bibles and what that means, basically it's just the quality of these Bibles is to the next level. Premium materials, premium construction, everything has been given attention to detail. This is a guy who clearly doesn't know what he's talking about yet. Companies that make these Bibles, and I'm going to be talking about some more of those in some future videos, but I just teased future videos in my very first YouTube video. I think by this time I had also ordered a Cambridge Pit Minion. I think that was my second video, but that's hilarious. I was already playing the YouTube game before I even knew it. Just really taking it to the next level, and if you love your Bible and you want to read something that's really high quality, it's definitely worth checking these out and seeing what's out there. So let's take a look. All right, let's get this thing opened up. Here's the box. So this is the same camera. I figured out a way to jimmy rig an overhead setup, and I think I really struggled with getting it to focus and everything like that. But now I'm going to walk through the Bible a little bit. Let's see how this goes. Got a bunch of information on the back. And then there you go. ESV heirloom single column personal size Bible. I love the way they package things. When you get something from Crossway, it's kind of like Apple. You can tell that they really care about their products. It's true. That they like things to be beautiful. It's like a good unboxing moment. The wrap that it comes in is kind of like a velour. Velour. So soft, lovely. And that's really this, what you get right here, this soft goat skin. Just absolutely lovely. This is clearly my first one. I don't have any of the terminology down. I don't really know what I'm talking about in terms of the construction quality and stuff like that. All I really knew at this point was it must be nicer because it's more expensive. And so I'm just, yeah. That's what it is. That's the big difference between when you get a premium grade Bible versus, kind of your top grain leather. It comes here with a pledge card. It's just basically talking about their warranty. Go to the edge. I love this, is these ridges, these raised ridges. Ridges? You got 4 of those as you're holding the Bible. Apparently I didn't know that they were called spine hubs. I called them ridges. Maybe I should bring that back. Should I start calling them ridges in all my future videos? There you can see what it says. Now I've seen online, this is so soft in here. You can see the stitching.
It's really high
The
quality.
silence.
I've seen online that some people have said this is a synthetic material here on the liner, but it feels really soft to me. It's really nice. You can see here, this is what's called edge lining. It just makes the Bible really sturdy and strong. You get that back here.
I don't know about that. I mean, it is strong, but...
It's Smith sewn, which just means, again,
Smith
there's
sewn.
Really high quality.
Now, would you say it's SMYTH-sewn? Would you say Smith sewn or Smythe sewn? I had somebody very rudely tell me that I was pronouncing it wrong several months into doing this, so I have now said Smythe sewn, but I kind of feel like a diva every time I say Smythe sewn. But somebody was really rude and said, "You don't know how to pronounce this word. Why are you reviewing Bibles if you don't know what you're doing?" Because I didn't know what I was doing, but I'm trying my best. Okay.
Binding, made to last. Really top notch. Now, one of the things you are going to see about this is there's your gilding. It's kind of a gold gilding on the pages. Maybe a little hint of red under there. You're going to notice, I'll show you the presentation page, all your different other details. One of the things, this is the 2016 edition. And you notice that they're no longer printing these in Netherlands with Youngblood. They're printing them in R.R. Donnelly in China.
So I did point that out. That's good.
Now, I don't think that makes them, I don't think that makes them less quality, but it's definitely different. And it'd be interesting to feel one of these in comparison to one of the ones made at Youngblood. And that's probably a teaser of something we're going to do. But, I mean, it's lovely.
The reality is that these Bibles are nice, but they're not as nice as the ones produced by Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands. The paper is not as nice. The leather is not as nice. There's all of the touches. Now that I've spent a lot of time with different Bibles that were produced by Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands, I now know. But again, this was one of the very first ones I saw, and I didn't really know the difference when I first made it. But now, this is still, again, great Bible, but it's definitely a step below the super premium ones made in the Netherlands.
It's very nice. I think it's worth the quality. Let's just go to the pages now. And what Crossway tells us on their website about this Bible is that it's high quality paper. They don't tell us what the thickness is. Obviously, a thicker paper, you're not going to see as much of this, what we call ghosting, where you can see
what we call ghosting, as if I'm part of some sort of,
see the
fake it till you make it
behind this one kind of coming through. Now, on pages like this, where they're pretty full from margin to margin with text, you don't notice it as much. It's line matched, which means that the lines on this page are matched to the lines on this page, so it's less noticeable. But if you pulled over to the Psalms, you're going to notice that you're going to see that a lot more. And as I'm sitting here, it's not distracting. I see it, but it's not terrible. What I actually notice when I look at this is that
it's a little distracting.
So legible. It's so easy to read. This is such a readable Bible. I love this single column format where it goes the whole page instead of being two columns.
I've always loved a single column.
Really beautiful typeset. It's just a gorgeous Bible. 9-point font. We've got these ribbon markers. This is kind of a known thing for Crossway. These ribbon markers are nothing to write home about. They're fine.
Those dinky little ribbons, those are changing soon.
The Bible sits flat, even back there in the Gospels. Going to the front. The question here...
I used to see that a lot. Like, I think Bo did that in his videos. A lot of people would say, does it lay flat when you open it to Genesis? And so I did that, but that doesn't really bother me. Like, I don't often sit down at a table and read my Bible. I often hold it, so like I'm holding it open anyway, so I don't really talk about that much anymore. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you really care about, if it lays flat at the front or the back. I mean, obviously that's nice, but I don't really focus on that too much anymore.
With this Bible is it going to hold up against something like a Skylar PSQ, which is kind of what that's the main comparison. This is going to be maybe...
It is about the same size as a PSQ.
We're going to talk about that in future videos. But just for this Bible on its own, beautiful quality, a great product from Crossway. If you want to get into a premium Bible, for me, the benefit of this is that it's those premium touches with the goat skin cover, the binding, all of the different embellishments that make it a premium Bible, with this small size of the personal size Bible, single column, so readable, something you can take with you on the go, that you can preach out of, that you can use in a lot of different settings.
I probably wouldn't preach out of this.
A gorgeous Bible, and I think it's going to serve me well. I love it. So there you have it. It's the ESV Heirloom single column personal size Bible from Crossway.
That is so many words for the title of a Bible. The ESV Heirloom single column personal size Bible from Crossway. I think I remember having to record that bit many times.
Great Bible. Check it out.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Wow. So that's fun to go back and see. Now, some of the things about that video are very much the same as my videos now in terms of like how I approach doing a Bible review. I wanted to share it with the audience, let them kind of see how it looks and feels and what it's about. I didn't really hit the specs super well. I think I do a better job of that now, but some of the things are still very similar. The hello friends, the format, the music, those sorts of things. I feel like I have grown in my knowledge of Bibles, obviously, now that I've done hundreds and hundreds of these, but that's kind of fun to look back. And you can see my entrepreneurial spirit, right? Like I mentioned several times that there were more videos on the way soon. So clearly before I did this, I had decided that I was going to record a few of these. And I think what I initially did was I reviewed this, the PSQ, the Pit Minion. I reviewed a handful of Bibles, and then I did like a premium ESV small Bible roundup. That's how I kind of got started. Was I was on the hunt for the perfect premium personal size ESV Bible, and there were a lot of good options out there. So I gathered up some of those. Again, this was right after COVID started. I was bored out of my mind. I was sitting at home. I had some free time on my hands, and so I put it to use creating this YouTube channel. And it's honestly incredible that here we are 5 years later. Not only am I still doing this, I've seen a lot. Tim Nichols and I talk about this a lot. Some people come and go in the Bible review space that we're like, oh, it's really cool that we like it, that there's other people doing this. But sometimes they do it for a few months and then they quit. And so the fact that I'm still doing this 5 years later, the fact that it's grown and grown and grown, like I said, we're getting ready to pass 200,000 subscribers, which is insane to me. The fact that it turned into me releasing a book last year and more books coming out, like this has truly changed my life. And it started with this one little video, which is really wild. So I look at that guy and go, he had no idea what he was getting himself into, but also it's really cool to see where this is all headed towards. So, and there's a lot of really fun stuff ahead as well. So here we are, first week of the 5th anniversary, looking back, thinking about everything. We're going to do a little bit more looking back this month as well, and maybe some looking forward as well. So it's really exciting. I appreciate all of you who watch, who like, who comment, who subscribe, my channel members, everybody. I really do appreciate you. We're not just here on YouTube. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. So if you have Instagram or Facebook, please come find me. There's links in the video description. You can say hello on social media. And if you enjoyed this video, then click that like button for me. If you're not subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe now. That way YouTube will let you know when I have a new video coming out. Particularly if you turn on those little notifications, the little notification bell, they'll let you know every time a new video comes out. This is a lot of fun. Again, thank you for all of your love and support. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you next time.